This isn't a love story. There's no really tragic ending. No one dies, no one has a midlife crisis, no teenager slits his wrist because he feels lost in the world. No one gets crowned homecoming king or marries the girl of his dreams. This story is about snow. 3 feet of it, piled up on the side of the road, collecting dirt from oncoming traffic and spreading repression as it sits there mocking the inhabitants of my small town. This story is about freezing my ass off at the bus stop as some stupid freshman girl's secondhand smoke from her cigarette blows into my eyes. This story is about the dirt of the walls of my school, Joseph Cornell, everyone I deal with, and the day the world ended. There is one thing you need to understand about life in general, and that's that something doesn't need to be dramatic to be depressing. It's 6:30 in the morning, there's a hole in my mitten, and the snow is as gray as the smoke spiraling out of this girl's cigarette. We are on completely different sides of the street, and we are staring at each other. Add the fact that we're waiting for the bus to show up to bring us on an hour-long route so we can get to the crappiest public school in the district, and you've got to admit that this is as depressing as hell. It wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't so much snow. It's such a large amount that you feel like beating the crap out of it or screaming at it, but in the end you know it's not going anywhere, and even though it's March, it's here to stay. I've been reading this book on Joseph Cornell. He was this wicked shy person who got terrible grades in school and never talked to anyone. His entire life was centered around his family, and he was a salesman for 10 years, although he hated talking to people so much that he would lock himself in his room and cry before going to work every day. I'm not even joking. Anyway, he started collecting stuff like postcards and ticket stubs and making scenes inside of little boxes during the 1920s and 1930s, before anyone would really consider that sort of thing art. I'm not sure what he does next. I'm not finished the book yet, but it's awesome to get wrapped up in Joseph Cornell's life, so I don't have to deal with mine. That's why I like biographies so much. You start to freak out about other people's lives to a point where you forget that you're not that person and that you're you, and no one would care if you started putting found objects into boxes. Today wasn't a good talking day for me. Everyone else seemed so involved and in love with their lives that they didn't notice anyone else. It was kind of like everyone was sitting in a circle screaming loudly to see who could drown out the others. It wasn't like they cared what the other people were saying so much as what they were going to shout next. Everyone has their own agenda. I sort of float through the day today. I guess I talk to people, hand in homework, and walk through the halls to my next class, but I'm on autopilot. I think everyone really is. I'm not choosing to live my life, I'm stuck here. I kind of stay still and the rest of the world moves around me, if that makes any sense at all. It's kind of beautiful in a way, but at the same time extremely sad.
I know the next life gon' be a good life for me. I know the next run gon' be a good one for me. I made a drawing of accuracy that painted it real gorgeous. I share it with you tonight, my friend, but I left it on the bus. I left it on the school bus. I know the next life gon' be a good life for me. I know the next run gon' be a good one for me. I remember Manzanita school made out of brick. Underneath that black scratch board is where I found